Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I really want to talk to you guys about my academical journey, but before I get to that, I just want to say thank you for everyone that subscribed to my channel. That really means a lot to me, and it sort of like give me motivation to create content, to create more videos to share with you guys, and I hope that you're going to learn something on today's video. So thank you again for everybody that subscribed. I never thought I was gonna pass 100 subscribers. Now we're on 200 and something subscribers. So thank you for everybody that subscribed. And yeah, I love you all. So just continue to watch this video if you wanna see, if you wanna hear my story, my academic chikuwa, shitori changa. Yes, just stay tuned. Okay, so I want to firstly start by giving you guys a little bit of a background that you can understand my academic journey. So I matriculated in 2014. 2015 I came to Western Cape to study National Diploma in Mechanical Engineering, of which I completed in 2018. Yeah, 2018, because it's a course that like you do it for a duration of 3 years, but I did mine in a duration of 4 years because I failed some modules and I had to add a semester. So this is how it works. You do like the normal duration is 3 years, and for the first 2 years you do your study. That's where you will be maybe doing the theory part of your course, and for the last year, your third year, that's where you need to go do your practicals. They also call it in-service training. But for now, it changed from national diploma to advanced diploma. I think maybe also that kind of arrangement probably changed. I think now you no longer do your practical for a year. You rather they cut it down to 6 months. But anyway, that is not the focus for today. So I completed my national diploma in 2018 after 4 years. And in 2019, that's where you have an option. It's like when you're doing a degree course, right? You have your degree and then you can decide to add another year to do your honors. So same thing applies when you go to a University of Technology. That's where I went to Cape Peninsula University of Technology. So you have an option to finish a national diploma for 3 years. Then once you're done with that, you can add your BTech. They call it, okay, I'm gonna put the name somewhere in here because I cannot like actually pronounce the name. It's called that name, technology something. So you do that for a year. We call it BTech. So I applied for a BTech in mechanical engineering in 2019. I was doing it full-time even though we were attending part-time. So the reason why I was doing my BTech part-time, like last year I registered as a full-time student, but I was attending part-time classes, and as a full-time student I wanted to do it in a period of 1 year. That was my goal. I wanted to finish it like in a duration of 1 year. So I registered as a full-time student but attending part-time, which means in a semester I was doing 4 subjects per semester, if I remember very well. Because I remember first semester I registered for 4 subjects, and remember I'm working, and I sort of like put that lot of pressure on my head. So after that I realized that along the way this is really too much. First semester I passed 2 subjects out of 4. Then the second semester I think I passed only, I think it was one subject. So what happened is that like at the end of every year the department will go through your performance, right? And this is where the shocking news. I received this email. I remember it was December, if I remember very well. I think it was December there. Then the letter was actually, this is the letter that I received from the institution. You can't actually see that. So it was saying that academic progress in BTech Mechanical Engineering. Your performance during the past semester has not complied with the department prescribed readmission requirements. Therefore, I therefore regret to inform you that you will not be readmitted for your course to study. This was my first time ever being excluded academically. And okay guys, so after I was academically excluded for last year because I didn't perform well on my BTech, of which it does make sense, I performed horribly. So I did try to appeal. This is the appeal letter I sent to the department, and thank God that like I sort of like managed to register again this year to finish my BTech. So I want to simply sort of like share with you what I think might have also contributed on me not finishing my BTech on time or doing it in a period of 1 year. So the first reason is the fact that I was just being unrealistic with myself. I was working, right? And if you're working, it's ideally for you to study something part-time. If you study it part-time, sort of like do 2 subjects per semester. So you're gonna do 2 subjects per 6 months. I didn't do that. I wanted to finish it quick and get over it. And to be honest, I feel like the other pressure was the fact that everybody was doing it in a year. So let me do it in a year. That's where like sometimes it's best to just take yourself back and look and check what is gonna best work for you. And the second reason is that, to be honest guys, I lost motivation to study. I remember 2015 I came to CPUT, like I was that student that like I was studying back to back. I had the motivation, like I really want to learn engineering, but I feel like working awakened something in me that most of us we're not going to talk about. You see, when you study, you might probably, if you're still studying, you might think that there are some departments that like you'll be happy at the end of the day when you go to work. But most of the time is that like when you study, you think that when I'm done studying, I'm going to get a perfect job, I'm going to live a perfect life, I'm going to get a good salary. But the reality is the chances of that happening is probably, let's just say 50%. You find that like, okay, you are working in this whatsoever company, they're probably not paying you that good. The stress that comes with work, you need to try to impress everybody all the time for you to be considered. So I felt like, okay, I was asking, I remember I even wrote on my blog, I'll link my blog website link on the description below. I wrote about employment and unemployment, that how everybody is crying to be employed, right? I was also crying to be employed because I remember by the time I finished my studying, I stayed for 3 months without getting any practical or in-service training for me to actually get a certificate of national diploma. So it's something that like when you are not employed, guys, you really want to be employed. I really want to be employed and do all those kind of stuff. But the moment you get employed, trust me, you're gonna think, oh my god, what can I do to sort of like have another source of income? I really want to create something on my own. That is me. Like I never thought that like working will arouse the part in me that like I really don't enjoy working for somebody. I want to be able to just wake up and work from home. So that is one thing that like last year I was battling with my head, with the fact that like school, what are you bringing me? Like why do I have to study so hard to maybe to face all these kind of people at work, all this kind of attitude at work, to get paid the money that I cannot even buy my dream car? I literally have to go on debt for how many years for me to buy that? It just brings the reality that most of us, we think we are fine. Yeah, you see people driving every day, but that is just another debt that you need to pay for 20 years. You can't afford to buy a house because you need to pay it for another 20 years. So I mean, for a car it's probably 5 years, then a house is 20 years. So it is the system of like, you go to school, right? You study. Then when you're done studying, what happens? You go and work. You need to pay for your rent. You need to pay for your medical aid, you need to pay for your car, you need to pay for everything. And you find out that at the end of the day, I'm just living to survive. I'm just living to pay off all this debt that I have, and I don't have time to sort of like, okay, where is that money where I can say, okay, this is just money, 5,000 I'm gonna spend on myself. It's very rare to find such situation. So it was just something that like was happening in my head. I didn't find purpose of studying until something came to my mind. I was like, okay, Thama, first of all, me working was an opportunity, and I'm still working, and I really appreciate that. And if I didn't work, I was not gonna get this ideas, the fact I like realize this other part of me that is not only about working. So the only reason why pushed me towards studying again is the fact that I'm studying not for me to go to a company and get a better raise or get a better salary. I'm studying so that I can sort of like accumulate the knowledge that I need so that one day I can start something of my own. That is the whole purpose. That is my motive every time when I feel like school, I'm tired of school. I just keep telling myself that no, have the right reason. So that's one thing I want to tell you guys. If you're studying, don't study to affect that tomorrow you're hoping to get a better paying job, or you hoping to be a manager somewhere. Because guys, if it doesn't happen, you're probably going to be depressed. There are a lot of people who have degrees that are staying home, and I feel like don't take that as like, yo, what did I go to school? Now I'm sitting at home. It's an opportunity for you to find something that you love doing. Because trust me, I don't like it myself to just have to wake up every day, be at work at 8 and leave at certain times. Like somebody's controlling my life for the period of 8 hours. I don't like that. So it is just something that like you need to be more grateful. The fact that you're not working doesn't mean that you are a failure or anything. You just need to sit down and think, why am I not working? What can I do to earn money? What can I do to sort of like have something on me? Because most people that are working probably living their life on debt. That is what is happening. So when you study to understand something. You study to accumulate the knowledge. That uchivi pamachero, kama chivenda, uchivi pamachero, and then you know I can totally go start something of my own. I can try to come up with ideas. If you have a hobby, like I always love to take pictures, that's why sometimes I just learning photography, because the hobby that you can also make money through your hobby. Doesn't mean that you only need to do mechanical, and then you should be like focusing on mechanical only. So study, guys, if you want to study, but have the right reason to study. And study something that you enjoy. Make sure you don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't try to finish everything all in once, which is one that I did, and I ended up being excluded. I remember I lost my bursary as well. That guy called me, was like, Tama, he sent me an email, then he said, Tama, how did you fail the most simple subject that everybody else passes? I failed that. I was like, to be honest, it's because I was not paying more attention to school. And yeah, it happened. I couldn't change it. And I love the fact that it happened, because you sort of like learn from bad things that happen that you don't always think that it will happen. So guys, I just hope that like you learn something on today's video, and that is my whole purpose, guys. I want to be able to create something that speaks to somebody out there, that you find helpful in your situation. If you don't have a job, don't panic. Find something to do. Don't cry to be employed, because most people that are employed, I've worked with old people, like they complain most of the time because they just have to stay there because now they have all those debts to pay. They have a car, they have a bond, they have a family that they need to take care of, so they just have to stay there because they don't have any choice. They can't wait to retire. I don't wish that for myself. I don't wish that for anybody else. Like, I don't wish to work until I retire. Imagine 65. That's why I'll be able to wake up at 8 or even wake up at 12 with nobody bothering me, or without my alarm going on, like, time to wake up. No, I don't want that. And I don't think that's probably what you want as well. We go to school, yeah, it's the system. The system was designed in a way that like they want us to go to school, go to work, put ourselves on debt, then whoever benefited, and then you never get the freedom you want. So I think I've spoken enough. Thank you guys for watching, and probably link down my link to my website below. You can check out the blog post that I posted in there. And yeah, I will catch you guys on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.